Congresswoman's nasty secret out of what she did to dead U.S. soldiers by Matthew DePerry for VeteranAF.com. President Trump has been dealing with vicious attacks from Democrats since the day he stepped into office. For months, the only thing Democrats could talk about was the bogus Russia collusion story being regurgitated over and over by the liberal news media. After realizing that it was a dead end, they pushed harder on their lies that Trump is a white supremacist. Like always, Trump came out the victor, and Democrats were forced to make up another lie. Back in October, liberals upped the ante and went after Gold Star families to paint Trump as a callous and non-caring commander-in-chief. But shortly after the bogus stories began to circulate on social media, a black congresswoman was discovered being the one responsible for pushing the nonsense. She was busted in a pretty embarrassing scandal that's blowing a huge hole in the left's narrative. Representative Frederica Wilson came out swinging several days ago, claiming she overheard a phone call from President Trump to Maisha Johnson, Army Sergeant LaDavid Johnson's widow. Sergeant Johnson was killed in Niger, along with 3 others, when they were ambushed by Islamic militants. Wilson claimed she was in the car with the widow when Trump's call came in and told reporters that Trump callously told Johnson that he knew what he signed up for, but when it happens, it hurts anyway. Fox News reported VoteSmart.org, a site that tracks voting records, shows that Wilson hadn't supported several measures that would have helped veterans and their families, including financially. Specifically, she opposed a measure that would have given the families of 4 soldiers who were killed in Afghanistan in 2013 death and burial benefits. She has also opposed measures to reform the embattled Department of Veterans Affairs. And Wilson has voted against measures multiple times that would ensure veterans and their families would still receive benefits despite government shutdowns. Things got even worse for the race-baiting Democrat. Wilson's other major issue with President Trump was that he didn't even remember the fallen soldier's name. But ironically, as Wilson continued to push her fake story about Trump's phone call, she hilariously couldn't even get the widow's name right. Talk about a major backfire. Conservative fighters reported. First, while accusing Trump of not using the name of the soldier or the widow, she herself managed to get the name of the widow wrong. Wilson had to delete that tweet because she got the widow's name is Maisha, not Misha. Okay, I hope I read that right. Really not a good thing to do when you're chastising people to use her name. Second, her concern for the military appears new, as Wilson hasn't supported votes that would have helped the military and their families. Things just continue to get worse for Wilson. Not long after going on The View and delivering her unhinged rant, even co-host Meghan McCain, who isn't a Trump fan, was extremely disturbed with how the Congresswoman was using this fallen soldier's death as a political weapon. So I would like to hear the context of that call. Politicizing military deaths on both sides is a new low for America right now in every way, Meghan McCain said. Again, if the Congresswoman comes and says, here's the recording, here's what he said, and it is a craven as it's coming out in the media, she continued. The problem is she's Wilson, part of resistance. She didn't vote for President Trump. She didn't attend the inauguration. There's politics on both sides. Someone died for our freedom to sit on this show right now, so let's talk about what's important. I don't like the cheering of calling our president a liar. I don't like cheering talking about a man who has given his life for our freedom. This was a private call between the widow and the president. Why did you feel the need to speak out? It's becoming laughable how many times Democrats have fallen flat on their faces, but that doesn't seem to stop them. By now, if they don't realize that Donald Trump will only be leaving the White House when he is ready to, they are going to have to face facts that America has spoken, and we have at least 3 more years of Donald Trump. I would say he's going to win even in 2020. But she's just a joke, and they use these lines, and they could care less. She voted against everything for the soldiers, so she claims to be, right on everything. I mean, really, get a load of her outfit. That alone could tell you, how did this woman even get into office? You know, she looks like some sort of a freak show here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.